Hi guys, sorry this is really late, but it's episode 4 of season 8 of American Idol. They're in Louisville, and this episode actually really delivered for me. Like, I had said the end of episode 3 that I was really hoping that episode 4 would be just as good as episode 3 had been, because at the end of episode 3 they showed Adam and Kai, who I liked both of them a lot, and I was hoping that I would find more than, because I really didn't like Kai as much as I liked Adam, so I really only had one person that I really liked. So I was hoping that this episode would be just as good and hopefully find more favorites, and I did. I really did. So I'm happy, and let's get right to it. We open the show with Tiffany Shedd, who, first of all, she said she was singing "A Hero Lies in You" by Mariah Carey. If you don't know the title of the song is just Hero, don't sing it. Second of all, if you think you sound like Mariah Carey, you probably suck. Because nobody can be Mariah Carey. Mariah Carey can't even be Mariah Carey anymore. I mean, what? Okay. Then we had Joanna Pasiti. She's the girl that had the previous record deal, and I was like, finally, somebody who is actually going to be memorable, who's not just this boring, bland, whatever. Like, I actually liked her, and now my favorites are never the girls, so she's never going to be my favorite. But she had a good enough voice, it'll last her, it'll be good, you know? When you had Mark Mudd, he was the guy who's great. I think it was 5 greats, but I'm not paying attention. Grandfather was the doctor who fixed John Wilkes Booth's broken leg after he shot Lincoln, and that apparently brings, like, bad luck to the family or something, which, yeah, he didn't have that much luck at the audition either, so I guess it didn't help at all. He told them to be careful as he left, which a lot of Southerners are actually saying was, some sort of, like, just way of saying take care of yourself or whatever, but hey, honestly, okay, that might be all well and good down south, but the rest of the country, I think, would be scared. Alright, then we get into the good stuff. We saw Brent Keith Smith, and he sang Can't Get Enough, which the judges, I guess it was Simon, said that, like, the song wasn't that good for him, and caused Paula and Cara to go into, like, this complete shit fit, which, I mean, Simon was going to say yes anyway, why do you have to throw a shit fit? But then, okay, all the racing metaphors, because they were at church all night, it's gotta stop. I mean, that whole under the table thing, okay, half of it was really bad racing metaphor. Half of it was, Cara is one horny bitch, isn't she? I mean, what? Like, yeah, I just didn't know what to say about that. It was really weird. Okay. Then we had this really fast thing of just a bunch of people who were crap. We had this Irene Anguloba, she sang Somewhere Over the Rainbow. Then we had a bunch of people whose songs I couldn't even pick apart. Like, this Obi, something, I couldn't even say her name. I couldn't tell what she was singing. Will Hauser? Something. He sang Tainted Love. Then you had Ryan Benningfield, whose song I didn't recognize. Patrick Warner gyrating to Billie Jean, which was just awkward. Yeah, they were all just in this really big clump of bad people montage. Then, okay, this guy, I love him. I love him, like, so much right now. Matt Gerard. He's the dueling piano player. They said he sounded like Elliot. I love him so far. Like, this guy, this episode really delivered. I love Matt already. I can't wait till Hollywood, see what he can do. This is gonna be exciting. Alright. And then you had Ross Pasek. This is the guy that, he's like some nerd, organizes Chinese characters into common radicals. Now, okay, I'm a smart kid, I kinda nerded out with some things, but that's called not having a life. To put things in order that are like, okay, Don't get me wrong, I do that sometimes, but not like, I mean, by common what the hell is that common radical shit? I've alphabetized things before, but that's just me trying to keep things in order. I mean, whatever. Okay. And then he tried to blame his bad voice on the air and proceeded to freak Paula out by drinking from her cup. Yeah, I'd have been freaked out too. Had Alexis Grace, who honestly, before I just rewatched it just now, I did not remember her at all, and somebody mentioned her on Idol forums, and I was like, who? But whatever. She was actually pretty good. She's the girl. She has a little girl. She her fiance is at military school. And okay, Kara told her to go home and make love to her fiance. Kara is a horny bitch. Holy shit. This girl, this has to be like the 10th thing she's said this season so far. Like, then we had Aaron Williamson. He was a lot of fun and loud. But it was, I mean, granted, obviously not good enough, but definitely amusing and fun, and yeah. Alright, and Rebecca Garcia. Okay, now when Kara called her a joke and then she got all embarrassed and oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. That really, okay. Maybe the girl didn't mean it as a joke, but she was a joke. Like, maybe not in the literal ha ha I was kidding joke sense, but in the this girl is a pathetic excuse for anything type joke. So yeah, Kara, you were right. Don't feel bad. Then, I don't know why Idol does this, and just slams a bunch of good people into, like, a montage type thing. We want to see the good people. We don't want to see 2 seconds of them. We had Chris Allen, he sang A Song for You. Felicia Barton sang Put Your Records On. Ryan Johnson sang Change Is Gonna Come. And then Shira Lawrence, I don't know, sang something I didn't recognize. I probably should know it. I felt like I did, but then at the same time, I don't know. But anyway, they all got through, and I wish, like, Idol needs to wise up with the whole editing thing and actually start showing people who were good. Okay, then we closed out with Lanisha, and she was really good. Like, honestly, this girl, like, she came in and said she was going to sing an original song, and I was like, oh no, that never ends well. But it was catchy, it was current, it was really neat. It had that, like, Mary J. Blige feel to it, like, just a soulful kind of... She didn't annoy me because a lot of people try to go, like, the diva approach and do the Whitney, do the... No, don't do that. Don't do that. This girl knows what she's talking about. Really. So, I'm looking forward to seeing what this episode... the people in this episode have to offer us in Hollywood, because there were a lot of really good people on this episode. I guess I'll be adding from this episode Brent and Matt to my list of favorites. So now it's Michael Castro for selfish reasons, and for real good I love these people reasons, it's up to Adam, Brent, and Matt. So, a couple more episodes, a whole week. Next week they're doing, well, it's not next week now because I'm pathetically late with this, but in next week's episodes, there's 3 episodes because they have to cram all of the auditions in, and they're going to be combining Puerto Rico with New Jersey, which apparently doesn't bode well for how many people made it through in either space. Now, Puerto Rico I understand, but New Jersey I'm kind of scared that that's all they had to offer. Come on, I know there's good people out there. Hey, New Jerseyans, please, good people audition. Thank you. Alright, see you next time.